Hello. What are we up to now? So, on my last stream, I played around with JSON rendering, and the last thing that I did was to get this test passing, which felt pretty good. So this calls this render JSON method that I just wrote, which hooks in and looks sort of like a DSL. It's found up here. It has like 3 helpers: JSON object, JSON array, JSON fields. And use it to do kind of what it sounds like. Maybe I need like a singular JSON field. That should probably be something to do. Whatever, I can get there when I get there. And then in here, I can see, like, so I define a struct up here. It has some children, which is an array of structs with IDs and values, and a deeply nested child with an int ID. And then I pump that into this DSL, which mirrors basically the structure and just prints out the whole thing. To render children, ID value, deeper child ID. Then we can see that those same things come out here. But the valuable thing here that I think I want to like push on from is I'd sort of forgotten how easy it is to pipe. Like, it seems like this is like a pretty powerful testing strategy. And I realized when I was writing this spec that I don't have any specs for my like SCGI server business. Oh crap, how did I get to HomeKit? Right, so like this server does a ton of stuff like parsing bytes and like working on business to handle web requests. And like none of it is tested. So yeah, I think it's time to just like test some of this, right? Like spin up an SCGI server. Like, I don't know if I need to be like connecting to ports. I mean, maybe I should, right? Test this, like run this thing. I guess it needs to have a, oh hello, welcome back. Twice in one day. But yeah, so maybe I should test the SCGI server run. It seems like kind of a tricky thing to test because of this, like, I don't know, it's just like in a loop forever. How do I kill the test, you know? I'm gonna have to like spin up a separate thread and like kill the thread and move on. But I feel pretty good about testing this default handle procedure, which this is like really baked into some stuff. But maybe I can do something here. And maybe what I should really call this is like maybe like default handle should just be called handle, and it takes a connection, and then it maybe should be given like a handle request method. That sounds better, right? So I factor this a little bit, and then I think I'm gonna try this, and then I can pipe in some stuff, make sure that it has the right behavior, call it a day. Is that gonna work? This is gonna get weird. I'm excited. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so here, this is gonna be called like handle. I guess, I don't know. Maybe what I really want to do is, I guess like the long-term future of this wants to be like in a thread pool. There's going to be all different stuff happening here. But where do I call this from? Is this in main? Yeah. So I think in main, I want to pass handle request with resources. That sounds right. I think that this handler wants to be like handle request and take a request. And where do I ever call this from? Development SCGI server? Yeah, that's fine. I think... Oh, I see why I wrote it this way in the first place. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let me like walk this back a bit. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we just like take two params here, right? There's like a connection handler, handle connection, gets default handle connection. And then separately there's like handle request. Which is going to be equal to handle request with resources. That sounds pretty nice, right? So then we can have like the effectively the same behavior that we've enjoyed so far. Okay, and now this is going to pass in here when we call handle. This now wants to be handle connection and handle request. And this takes some like handle request, which needs to match the same thing. Yeah, okay. And then I stub this out here. Great. And the last thing I need to do is mess with development SCGI server. This seems fine, right? What does development handle do? Yeah, let me like sneak in the same default here. Okay. I think this can work. I think this can work. Yeah. Okay, now what? Let's say I want like next to render spec, I need SCGI server spec. Let's see how well we can test this, yeah? So since we have the server defined, we can test default handle. Okay. So for one thing, we're gonna need to like how's this gonna work? So if we call default handle on some file, some pipe, whatever, let's just try this. It like parses headers. Yeah, okay. So what's the request? We're gonna say request gets, and like what's the example that I've been working with? Ugh. New window, get me a window. Okay. SCGI. Why can I never find the like good SCGI thing? You know? I've lost it. Well, this is close enough. Okay, so the request is going to look something like this. 70 colon content length. Oh, I wonder if that exists in J? It seems like it does. Yeah, that'll work. All right. That is an SCGI request. I'm going to say, similar to my render spec, I'm going to create a pipe. I'm going to expect that creating a pipe succeeded. I've got a read and a write end. And what do I want to do? I want to write to the right end with this request. Then I want to call not SCGI server run, but default handle on read end. With like this like test handler. So I guess I could do like this is where part of where things get so weird is like the plumbing that I've developed here is like super prescriptive, right? The reason that this feels good to be default handle as like a not something that which returns a request, but like a returns void, it's like is that it's almost certainly the case that we want to be like posting the work of handling this request to a like thread pool, which is gonna like pull. It's gonna like read stuff from the file descriptor, from the connection. It's gonna be like managing the whole request. It'll like check out a thread, run itself on the thread, finish, check the thread back in, disconnect, handle that stuff. But the thing is, I feel like this feels fine. Okay, so for one thing is that this pipe is not, oops, sorry Charlie. This pipe is like one directional. So let's like look at pipe 2. Is that a thing? I think pipe 2 is a thing, yeah. Let me figure that out. Because I think one thing that we need is a bidirectional socket. What do we think about pipe 2? Pipe 2, create pipe. If flag is 0, then pipe 2 is the same as pipe. The following can be OR to create different behavior. Direct, packet mode, non-block. That's not what I want either. Huh. I wonder, I'm surprised. Can we have like a bidirectional pipe? You know? Pipe, duplex. Let's say, I want like full duplex. Full duplex pipes. What even is this? I'm gonna go up. Notes on half duplex pipes. Named pipes. Yeah, this feels like, it's not like, I don't want like a full-on FIFO though. Huh. Man, maybe I gotta not use a pipe here and just like full-on spin up the server, connect to the socket, specify the behavior I want, put it in a background thread. All for this test? Is that a good idea? Doesn't sound like a great idea. What else is there? What else could I do? Well, I mean, I could decompose parts of the SCGI server. Right, like in this case, maybe all I really care about is just like parsing the headers, and I could just like pull out like a parse request procedure. That doesn't feel like it'd be very fulfilling though. What seems like it might be way more fulfilling is if this like test handler was just like an echo. Although what's that even gonna test? Yeah, maybe I'll just maybe I'm ready to punt on unit testing this. I feel like integration testing doesn't feel awesome. Oh, I forgot to mark that as done. You know, there's like better stuff to do. I could play with validation. That sounds nice. For validation, there's all this like modeling stuff I need to do in order to get like validation's like a pretty distant concern. Where like currently like pretty much everything is stringly typed coming out of the database and going into the database. That's like not really ideal. I don't know what else is there. I could just run full on at WebSockets. That could be fun. I feel like I've only got about an hour before I have to leave. Just spend an hour just taking a shot in the dark at WebSocket API. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll make a WebSocket server. That could be fun. Yeah, let's try it. What could go wrong? I'm gonna undo what I've done. I think I've only done things here which I have no interest in maintaining. Reset. Okay, that was a fun diversion. Alright, let's just, I don't want to do validation yet. That sounds like kind of annoying, but I'm gonna just like time box some time working on a WebSocket server. So the WebSocket API starts with like an HTTP handshake that I've like read about how to do it. Do I have like a, do I have this still open? Yeah, okay, so Nginx WebSocket. Which I don't really want to do. I guess I could write the J code for the upgrade, but I don't know, like, this is easy. Can I just do like this? Yeah. Call it like WS app. That sounds kind of nice. And then I don't really want that to be WS backend so much as web app. Right? Let's like define an upstream, right? How does it go up here? Upstream wants to be web app. What does this look like? Like that. And here we just call this web app. Yeah, it's gonna play with SCGI. Okay. But if the location is WS app, instead we'll do this web app, proxy HTTP version, set header, connection. Okay, this seems. Nginx lessons on 8020, proxies request to the backend WebSocket server, proxy set header, enable it to handle the WebSocket protocol. I feel like I got this backwards. Well, We can try this and see what we get. Like hop in here and say like in handle. I don't know, does this get like loud if things get weird? No, it just like fails. 'Cause like let's just see what happens, yeah? I'm just gonna try running this, see if I get any kind of usable error. I think I have to kill my Nginx container and bring it back up again first. Delete Nginx. Bring Nginx back to reload the config. Yeah, okay, okay. If I do this, can I do like a... How do I... What's like the, what is a WebSocket API? Nope. This one... What do I... Can I just like create a WebSocket? Yeah, WebSocket URL. Cool. Is that what I said it should be called in Nginx? WSApp? WSApp? Is that even the correct? Is it not a constructor? Is it? Yeah, it's a constructor. Okay. New. Failed. The URL WSApp is invalid. But that. No. Must be either WS or failed. Have I gotten any good logs? Oh. Uh-oh. How do we get here? What? Did I break my stuff last minute and not even realize? What's even backticked? Nothing here is backticked. What line am I blowing up on? Wait, didn't I? Looks like a bug that I already fixed. Man, this compiler takes an alarming amount of time. I'm like certain something's gone horribly wrong. Alright. Show me the logs. It's like try that again. Okay, what do we get? Receive failed, reset by peer. Okay, cool. So we just fail with like no interesting feedback. That's more like what I was expecting. Okay. So man, I feel like every time I call a read, I just want to print out that character. Yeah? It's like print body bytes. That's gonna be a bummer. This will be better. Okay, where else do we read? Yes. That, do that. Okay. What else do I call read over here? A net string interpretation is a bracket U8, so I need to make it a string. Yeah, maybe this is enough to make it like an obvious, like we'll figure out what went wrong. We've printed nothing. Really? I was sure we'd get something. Where's the first read? Up here. We didn't even, oh, but that's not like the really first. We need to look at next net string. Gotta do this. We're not like printing any of these. I'm gonna undo all this and I'm just gonna say that handle, instead of doing like anything interesting, is just going to like read while we can and then print, right? Okay. Just gonna print whatever we get. And then we're gonna return. And the rest of it just be like unreachable. That's okay. What have we got? What have we got? Statements and block after return. Of course, this language is just too clever, huh? Get this out of here. And oh, it seems like it kind of worked though. That was just like a warning. Yeah, that looked like it was just maybe a warning. Okay. What's going on here? Yeah, that was just warning. Okay, cool. Great. So then here, if we like check this out, that's funny. So we still have some other headers snuck in here. at like host. Yeah, okay, I see. But we're not getting any SCGI, right? We have to do this all as like regular old HTTP. Which maybe we should just be doing that anyway. What am I really gaining with SCGI at this point over just like parsing with like /r/n, like, you know, get path HTTP, pulling all the headers. Yeah, you know, I think before I speak WebSocket, I should probably learn how to speak like actual HTTP. Seems better. Seems better. Oh boy, what is happening here? We're just infinite looping, aren't we? I'm gonna kill this. Gonna delete. Just stop. Just stop. Great. I'm gonna get rid of this whole thing. This echo was exceedingly valuable, but is now done. This should get out of here. This should get out of here. Okay, so actual HTTP comes first. I like this. This feels good. I think learning SCGI was cool, but learning HTTP will be even better. And I think the HTTP spec is really not that different. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So I guess I just like read until I hit a double carriage return. Probably parse that first line first. Okay, let's do it. Full on HTTP. This is gonna be great. I think I can copy a lot of this stuff. I think like all this is gonna be indistinguishable, right? I think the reason I didn't want to do HTTP to begin with is because I didn't want to worry about like TLS and like HTTPS termination and stuff. But the thing is, like, gonna have to figure some of that out anyway to do WebSocket, I think. So I'm gonna like cut that out of there, cut these out of here, those remain the same. I'm gonna rename this to SCGI host, this to SCGI port. Great. Great. Okay, cool. And then over here, these could be HTTP and HTTP. And same. So I'm just going to wait on connections. I'm going to speak regular old HTTP. It's just going to be between Nginx and, like, it'll just be sockets between Nginx and my server, I guess. Ugh. Like, I don't want to have to implement like HTTP 2 or Speedy or the newer, even fancier things that exist out there. But I don't think I'll have to. I think I can keep fronted by Nginx if I want, and it'll be all right. Let's do it. Okay. HTTP server run. All this listen behavior seems pretty much right. This, I should call this like default SCGI handle. Here, I'm going to say default SCGI handle. Great, okay. think this gets like considerably easier, right? Alright, so an HTTP request is gonna have somewhat different data in it. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. But whatever. I think if I just like curl, like it like tells us everything, yeah? Yeah, this is what we want. It's gonna be something like this. So it'll be like method. I don't know. That's all I've got so far, right? That feels fine. And then we've got path, which is a string. And the HTTP version will just like assert on. And then the headers will leave the same. And the body will leave the same. Content length is interesting. Okay. And here, man, I feel like I'm about to write some wild, like, Spectre vulnerability stuff. You know? Like, what was that? What was that vuln that was, like, ubiquitous? Where, like, content length would disagree with the actual body and some, like, HTTP servers would read too much and, like, leak everything. I don't know. Well, here I go, writing my own HTTP server, almost certainly going to be full of vulns. I'll try my best not to own myself. Alright, so the first thing I gotta read is the method, right? I guess I'll just like read till I hit a space, call it the method. Maybe read the whole line. Like one line at a time seems nice, right? Yep. Read till I get a whole line. Return a string. Bytes is a dynamic array of U8. Cool. So let's say next byte is U8 byte spread. Gets read connection next byte size of, you know, whatever. Now while byte spread is greater than or equal to like equals 1 and next, I'm guessing while like the last two characters of bytes is not like /r/n. Okay, so like if bytes count is greater than or equal to and bytes So in this case, we want to break out. Otherwise, we want to say array add to bytes, the next byte. Maybe we want to do that up here. Add the next byte, inspect this thing, otherwise recur. Do this again. Okay. Now we've hit the /r/n, we've broken out before we've read anymore. Okay, but here we probably want to like assert bytes read equals size of u8, like failed reading line. That seems fine. Cool. Great, this seems fun. Okay, so we get one line at a time. Cool. So, does this have like a name in the HTTP spec? I don't know. This seems like a terrible way to put it. Protocol parameters. No. I feel like Mozilla is probably going to be the best. User agent, web server. Method path version headers. Yeah, okay. I don't even know. I'll just call it like first line. First line components get split first line on a space. I guess I want to like assert, I guess. Let's be like really noisy and asserty. First line components dot count equals 3. Yeah. Method gets first line component 0. Path first line components 1. Version first line components 2. And I think I want to like specify HTTP version equals HTTP 1.1 valid HTTP version. Yeah, that sounds nice. Okay, and then I guess, I don't know. Method, HTTP method, if method string equals oh no, these don't return. Maybe I should make like a parse. You know what? I'm just gonna like metaprogram this real quick. Oh my gosh. Alright, print builder. if method string equals now I'm gonna do, let's say method or HTTP method type info. This is gonna be type info enum, which I think has like members, names. Print builder. It. Right, name's just like an array of strings. Print builder. Return. It. Great. And then at the end, I probably want like a default. Maybe I'll return like a successful. And then a default here. Case return 0 false. I don't know. Call it get. Call it post? I wonder what the default should be. If there is like a should here. Okay. That feels good. Okay, so let's get back to where we're actually handling a request. I'm gonna assert that. I'm gonna say that, invalid HTTP method string. Great. Okay, I got the path, the HTTP version, I got everything. Cool. Okay. Let's parse the headers. Is this right? Seems about right. Seems close. Like headers are delimited with like a colon space. But really you just want to get to like the first colon space and then you wait until the carriage return. Because clearly you can have like an internal colon and it's okay. That seems fine. Okay, cool. Great. Is table the right thing here? Yeah, and it should be table string string. Cool. How do I parse the headers here? Love it. Oh yeah, because in this case we've already like read it all into a string. Yeah, we're like parsing the key or the value, and it's super weird. I think I'll just like read lines, right? And if I get an empty line, we're done. Next line gets read HTTP line from the connection, while next line is not equal to an empty string. return result true. Cool. And then is there like a find? Hash table, array, module, and sound play module and string. This one. Okay. I wonder though if it returns like the first index of it. Maybe I'll just like split. This is gonna be key, value, and success. Yeah, okay, great. Parse HTTP header on next line. If not, parse HTTP header success. Return. Yeah, can I say that? That seems fine. Otherwise, I want to do a set. I wonder if HTTP allows like duplicate headers, and if so, like which one takes precedence? Optional headers. Let's see. Oof. This is gonna be a pain, isn't it? Controls. Expect. What about like duplicate headers? Is that an error? I guess. Looks like HTTP allows duplicate like headers globally. It's just that if you set like standard headers that way, it'll like crap out. So I think I don't want a table here. I probably want this to be like a headers type. Yeah, that seems better. Cool. So if you got one, I want to just array add to result. Key value. That seems cool. That should be what we want, yeah? I think polymorphism will make this work. And really though, this could just be like header. And this can be header. And this can be HTTP header. Great. Okay, cool. So I want to find the first instance of colon space, split on it, strip the trailing carriage return. So is it ends with? Actually. Okay, cool. And this goes left to right, so I think find is going to work. So we use like find and ends with. Yeah, okay, great. So if not ends with, header line /rn, return false. Okay, and then what I'm looking for here. Oh, this is kind of like an annoying representation. So this just returns like a string, not like its position inside. So if we want to like split before and after, we'll have to do some like annoying work. So let's not do that. Let's go for like delimiter position, delimiter header, delimiter whatever, delimiter found false. Okay, so like 4 0 to header line dot count minus 2, right? If the thing is only of length 2, minus 3. Yeah, that sounds right. Let's do like minus delimiter count minus 1. Right, okay, that sounds better. Cool. And so here we can say, actually I think we're probably good here. Because if we go like for 0 to -1 or whatever, because the header line is too short, we're good. Okay, so if slice header line it to so we found it, then delimiter position gets it. It's kind of like delimiter like start index, yeah. It's just like finding. Okay, and then break. If not delimiter found, return that false. And then I want to return slice of header line from 0 to delimiter start index. Yeah, and then slice from delimiter header line from delimiter start index plus delimiter.count to what? I think slice will just like cover me if I say header line.count. I think it's like sloppy, but like good enough. I wonder, when we parse HTTP line, we're like allocating a new array every time. So we're safe. Cool, I like that. This is like, maybe it's worth pausing for a second and saying that like this parsing is very different from parse JSON value, which is like very intentionally like playing, well, I don't think I ever call this directly, do I? Yeah, just in the spec. Oh, do I really? In parse JSON params? Well, never mind. I thought I was doing something super clever, but it wasn't really in JSON parsing. But either way, I'm not doing the clever thing here. Which I think is good. Cool. The key and the value are set. All right. This feels like some like parsing of headers. That seems great. Okay, and then here, while the next line is not an empty string. Oh, you know what though? Wait, does parse, does line, trim? Yeah, this includes a /r/n. I think that's probably good, but I mean, I think I need to make sure that because of that, first line, let's say like trim and first line. Slice first line from 0 to first line dot count -2. Like I don't want that /r/n in here. Cool. So this will work. And similarly in here, I'm gonna like read a next line. I'm gonna have to like trim it every time. Maybe this should just do the trimming. That doesn't sound terrible to me. Yeah, I'll just have that happen. Great. So we'll always cut out the last two. I kind of like that. That seems like a terrible idea with the way this is allocated. We're always going to have this like trailing /rn floating around. I think future, that sounds like a great problem for future me to solve. I'll probably rewrite things before that kind of a performance issue is like really comes up. Okay. Right. So here when we're parsing headers, next line might actually be an empty string if we just get 2 new lines. And then the rest is going to be the body, which is great. And then in here, we split on the delimiter. We return these 2 slices. We don't need to worry about this. That's actually not true, but this part feels good. But whatever, should take this out. Okay, that feels fine. This is more correct. Okay, that makes me think we should have like headers parsed, right? We'll return this. Do I need to like respect some like success here? On no, that's just like asserts. Great. That feels good. Right? Okay. Okay, so we've got headers. Parse headers success. That returns success, right? Okay. Can we ever even return false? Yes. Yeah, okay, great. I love it. This is excellent. Okay. And then it's like an empty line and the data. And is the body governed by... Type, encoding language, location. Multi-part. Like, how do I know the length of the body before I get started? Is it like content length? You know? When a message does not have a transfer encoding, content length can provide the anticipated size. Do include a payload body, content length provides a framing. What is transfer encoding? Oh, I guess. Wow. HTTP is a lot. I think I'll just like read until I hit the end, right? Is that, I guess I could look for content length, but that's really just like the anticipated content length. I've only got 15 minutes to go, so I better really get this moving, huh? How do I even know when the body ended? Was this a mistake? Message body length. Determine one of the following. Any response to a head request. So it's terminated. Here's what response is. That's gonna help me. Any 200 to a connect request. If transfer encoding is present. Reading and decoding the chunk data until the transfer coding indicates the data is complete. Cool. If message is received with both encoding and content length, that overrides it. With either multiple. Okay, so it's unrecoverable. If a valid content length is present without transfer encoding, its decimal value defines the expected message body length in octets. If the sender closes the connection or the recipient times out before the indicated number of octets are received, incomplete, close the connection. If there's no content length, the body length is 0. Okay, so we can rely on content length. Great. So we could just like keep reading until it's closed. But we can also trust content length. I'll start there. Transfer encoding seems harder. And like when I curl, it's just using content length. That seems reasonable. Okay, great. So now I parse the bot. I probably read the body and go from there. How to do that in SCGI land? I just like read the whole thing. You just keep on reading the right number of bytes. Cool. Okay. Got the headers. Assert parse HTTP headers success. Valid HTTP headers. Cool. Great. So I'm going to do a pass over the headers. I'll look for a content length. If it.key equals content length. If content length header, assert, I'll just like assert not that, multiple content headers detected on same request. Not allowed. Great. Otherwise, content length header gets a pointer to it. But really, I should just like iterate over this by pointer. Say it.key still works. Yeah. Great. Okay, so now I want to body parse HTTP body success gets parse HTTP body. It would just be like read. Let me do content length gets a parse int on like a pointer to content length header dot value. And I want to assert parse content length success. Invalid content header. Great. And now on read an HTTP body from connection of length, content length. And now I can finally get to the end of this thing, which is I've got all the pieces, and I can say the request is an HTTP request. Request dot, and then all this goodness. Okay, request a method. It's a path. Headers. Body. Connection. And now I can handle request with resources on it. Okay. Yeah? Is this gonna... This is not gonna work. This at least needs to be HTTP headers. But these types aren't like super compatible. I guess all I ever really use is body and connection FD, right? Those are pretty compatible. Those bits are compatible. And then I feel like this path, how do I look that up? Maybe I should just pull path out here and method, and then life is pretty good, right? Draw routes. Like maybe this HTTP request should actually be like the standard between the two of them. I never inspect a path. Request URI. Yeah. Okay, so the request URI, server key, header key is the path. Okay, so really, I don't need like a base request. I can just share HTTP requests between the two. I can like replace them all with HTTP request. Ugh, this kind of sucks. I've got 7 minutes left. I don't think I'm going to make it to the end of this project before I've got to run. Is there a way I can make something happen here? Probably not. Let's see how far we get. I'll just keep putzing along. Let's do this. Parse headers. Here, this is now going to return an HTTP headers. Result is going to be a mutable list of HTTP header. And instead of like table find pointer or whatever. Yeah, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yep. Great. Then what am I doing here? Okay, cool. So here now I can just like iterate over for result. If it dot key equals this and it dot value equal that, has a SCGI header key gets true, and break. Otherwise, array free on result and return a failure. Otherwise, return result true. Okay, this feels pretty reasonable as like a fixed header parser. Now we'll never have SCGI. There's like SCGI request is like gone in favor of HTTP request. That's probably a pretty good thing. Alright, and this has to have a method. And a path. Headers, body, connection FD. Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool. I have this request URI. Alright, so let's find we need a request URI and we need a request.method. And these both want to not be null but empty string. And we can iterate over the headers. If header key equals request URI, request URI gets header.value, and like if request method break, else if header key equals method. Where does method come in? That. Oh, this should be it. Or I'll just do this. And if request.uri break, maybe I'll say whatever. This is cute. Got headers, we got body, we got the connection, and we handle it. I feel like this is solid. And I'm gonna cut base request. This just wants to be body and connection FD. Get rid of that. Awesome. Okay. So now I can do the same here, right? Okay. Let me, oh, dang. Okay, pull up my workspace. Maybe I just want like the logs. Oh boy. I think I want to like destroy that container. Let's bring it back. Are the logs still? No, they're fine. Okay, so we haven't actually like swapped in anything yet. But now I have a bad gateway. Ooh. Oh, I gotta include HTTP server. Now what? Like, I kind of feel like, connection reset by peer when reading response header from upstream with like no web app logs at all. What a bummer. Am I running? Yes. Dang, I'm pretty much out of time. Am I going to be able to debug any of this? Will my web server ever talk to my browser again? I don't know. Wonder if my stuff is just like broken. Yeah, maybe I'm just like not even compiling. Okay. HTTP server line 73. And line 201. And what? SCGI server. this is now wrong because this says it's going to return a table. No, HTTP headers, right? Yeah, that should be fine, right? What's wrong here? Statements in block after return. I see. Yeah, okay, so this should be like if not has that key that I was looking for. Now what's going on? Semicolon in HTTP server 135. Oh, right, okay. Had to be clever over there. What am I doing? Redeclaration of request method patch. What am I doing? Why would I do that? Table find pointer. What am I even doing here? Right. This wants to look like the content length bit. Yeah. Okay. And it's like if it.key equals content length header key. Oh wait, this seems wrong. Because this one wants to be request content length header key. But really this should be like HTTP content length. And up here this should be like SCGI. Okay, and here if those are equal, then content size header gets it. We can break. And then this wants to be content size header dot value. Okay, this seems like code, right? SCGI if. Dang. Burned by multi-cursoring attempt. What's happening here? Next line is used here but shadow later in the same block. So it is being used before declared. Oh yeah, gotta get rid of a colon. HTTP server 146. Now what? Content size header dot value. That's gotta be a pointer. That's one of the weirdest APIs. I bet that's gonna change. Why would it be a pointer to a string? A string is basically just a pointer. Attempt to match unary dot literal. That is not an array to an array type. Okay, I want to do that in HTTP server parse headers, right? Line 148. This wants to be an empty array. Oh, and I should probably do the same stuff I was doing before and like array reset on result in these cases. Yep, okay. Type on a table, type given HTTP header. Only last one. Oh, I see. It's like if we've already said it once, then we should bail. That sounds like a nice prerequisite to continue. Result. If it.key equals key. then do this. What do we got? Request.uri, SCGI server 82. Oh, this wants to be underscore. Request.method. Oh yeah, okay. This has to be request method like string. Request method parse HTTP request method success gets parse HTTP method. Yeah. Wow. Type wanted, HTTP header given string. Okay, yeah, that's an obvious one. Line 184. Oh my gosh, this just keeps on going. Should have tried to run this code before I bombed through it, before I like wrote so much, right? Insert run string, gotta actually call this procedure. I think I'm getting close though. Macros are not legal as runtime expressions. HTTP server 126. This doesn't want an it. This doesn't want an it. So close. Oh, what is this closing paren doing here? Oh my gosh, so close. Delimiter, delimiter, delimiter. Wow, I really committed to that spelling, didn't I? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh, why did I try to be clever? And why am I going to all this work just to make the SCGI version continue to work? I'm about to delete it anyway. Routes.j. Right, so this is in draw routes now, which is going to take a request and it's going to do a table find on it, right? But this really just wants to say request.path. And request URI present no longer exists. And we would have raised on this earlier too. So get rid of those two. Request method get is not it anymore. It should just be like dot get and dot patch. Oh my gosh, we're so close. HTTP server now has problems. Oh yeah, let me wow. Okay, I'm like verging on rude for having not left my place yet. I'm not quite there, but I'm close. Okay, parse header success, HTTP server 61. And rootin'. What is happening to me today? These typos are out of control. I haven't even gotten a successful build in like 20 minutes. One argument does not. Yeah, of course. Okay, 176. Who, in what world could that work? Result is an HTTP header. Result dot key gets this thing. Result dot value gets this thing. Return result true. Undeclared identifier read HTTP body. Didn't I? Oh my gosh, I never did it. What? Oh yeah. Okay, we actually build. If I can reload this page successfully, I'll count it as a win. And then get out of here and make it to my happy hour plans. How are my logs doing? How are my logs looking? What have I got? Got nothing. Bad gateway. No. Oh, okay. We're back. We're back to SCGI. It appears to be working. We have some JSON rendered. Check out this beautiful JSON. This is what we got up to last time. It's plausible to me that HTTP might work. Okay, I'm going to make the one-line change. I'm going to do it. I'm going to replace SCGI server with HTTP server run. No, I have to change Nginx as well for that, don't I? Yeah, okay, I'm pausing. Pausing. What we did today was just create the shared abstraction between HTTP and SCGI, and I wrote what might be an effective HTTP server, but but who knows? It might not be. But now I better run because I got plans. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Maybe soon after this we'll be able to go from proper HTTP to proper WebSockets, which would be pretty exciting. But I'm gonna get out of here. It's been fun. Bye, everybody.